Lucky Boys Podcast.
Voting makes the change.
It does.
Right.
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, we live in a system, thank goodness. As much crap as we can point out, I don't get it twisted. I know what I have living in this country. And, you know, there's other places in the world in 2020 where, forget about freedom of speech, you don't even get freedom of thought. Think about that for a second. You don't get freedom of speech. You don't even get freedom of thought. And if you're a woman in some of these countries, they don't even have a word for you.
You can't speak. You're not.
Yeah, you can't speak. Your opinion doesn't matter. And they don't even have a word in their vocabulary for you. That's not degrading.
Nope.
You know, it is. I know and I speak to some immigrant folks that come to America, and they are well educated, and I listen to them talk, and they go, you know, coming to America, it was just so attractive because of our First Amendment, because we're able to have all these freedoms and we can express our true thoughts and opinions, and we actually have a shot of making something out of ourselves. Whereas in a lot of these other countries, it's you have to sacrifice yourself for the overall, and your family have to sacrifice, and it's just not a fun way of living. It's not a way. It's living in you're always oppressed.
Right.
You know. So I'm very appreciative of what we have in this country, and that's why I want to see it get better. I want it to stay that way, because at times it feels like we might be shifting over towards that landscape. We might be going towards them, because now you're getting clusters of countries that are allies with that train of thought. And U.S. is almost looked upon as a villain these days, as the bad guy. You know, 9/11, when that happened, that was our opportunity. The whole world was on our side.
Yes.
The whole world was like, we stand with America. And within the last 2 decades, it's just changed. It's gotten so ugly to be American. You know, in some ways, so a lot of countries where they look, filthy American, or you obnoxious American, you know, and to double down on that now is like, oh, you're Asian too. It's just kind of like,
yeah.
whoa.
After doing a lot of the voter registration in Chinatown, a lot of the seniors were more than happy to go to the polling site and vote. They either go to Confucius, PS 130, or wherever, like near 126. And I was excited to actually hear to say that they would rather go and vote in person. But I think maybe also because this being very complicated, that you could do a mail-in vote, mail-in ballot, they didn't want to request the form and then have them think that they may not be able to fill it out. So for them, it's easy to just physically go and vote.
That's why it's important that we vote.
Yes. Go out and vote.
Yeah. While we were changing batteries,
making sure we have enough juice to have another 2 hours of podcast.
Yes, let's do a Whitney coming.
It's going to be a long ass podcast, okay?
I know, no, that's great. I love long stuff.
Do you know what?
That's a different podcast.
Well,
okay.
I guess that subtracts me. I'm out.
No, we just had a conversation how long you are when you were going to the bathroom. I mean, sorry.
Wow.
No, how tall you are. That's what I meant. How tall you are. How tall you are.
Difference between tall and long.
I use that as an analogy.
Also, you're emitting. So there's a difference.
Okay.
But very important to vote, guys. You know, go out
Absolutely.
and vote, especially now.
Yeah, your one coat does. Oh, before you go, I do want to say, like, there's one woman who shared about why your one vote is important. She gave an analogy that think about it as your ancestor who left China. That one person made that difference for everybody else, all your descendants that came to America later on. So that one person, like your one vote, can make a huge difference.